If you're looking for Ultimate Team coins, check out FIFACoinstank.com in the description below and use the code TRAY for 5% off your order. Enjoy the video. What is up, guys? TRayALLDay here, and welcome to the first game of the season at Goodison Park. As you can see already on your screen, we're taking on Everton, a very tough test for us to begin the season. Of course, we have a few new faces in the starting 11 for this game against Everton, and as well, we ended off the end of last episode with the news that Sean Hutchinson's probably leaving the club, so this will most likely be his last game, but he will not be making the start. He will be sitting on the bench, which, you know, he probably should be, considering he isn't the highest rating compared to Liam Moore, although if he does end up staying at the club, I probably will be playing him from time to time in that starting role, because he is the last Fulham player we really have that's a starting 11 caliber type player. But our starting 11 for this game, well, I guess we're going to start with Everton. Everton has a very strong starting 11. Jagielka and Stones, of course, in the back. Stones is a great talent for any career mode if you're looking to sign him. They have Ismat Miran in the substitutes, of course, the guy we tried to sign before for center back, but they stole him from us, and they're not even starting him, so that's pretty annoying to see. And now, our starting 11, it is our highest rated starting 11 that we can possibly have. Sakai comes in at right back instead of Josh Gatt, although I'll probably end up changing that throughout the season as well. We have Oxlade-Chamberlain playing at the center mid position rather than his natural right wing position, because he of course can't play there. And then Paul Nardi, of course, starting in at goal. We can only hope he does better than Ruben Blanco. Let's kick on to the match. Entep. Nice body feint. Entep tucks it in the 5th minute to get his first goal of the season, already opening up his scoring account in the 5th minute. He's got some new boots for this season as well, if you look down. Instead of those, you know, just basic blue ones, he's got some nice Adidas to rock this season. He places that one in perfectly. 1-0. Barkley taking it away. They're on the counter-attack here. Pogba. Brick wall in defense. Barkley in the box. Took that one near post, and Nardi can't save it. Ah, man, that was just a great strike from Ross Barkley. 1-1 the score in the 29th minute. At halftime, we are going to be bringing on Hutchinson and Gatt. Hutchinson probably playing his last game. Looks like they're bringing on Neves as well. Come on, boys. Corner. We're going to play it short. Josh Gatt putting it over. Fofana. That was awful. Substitution, off comes Veretout. He did pick up a slight injury. Grealish is coming on, Mr. Super Sub himself. But meanwhile, they do have a corner. Nardi just made a big save. Pinar to take this one. Whipping it over. Good work, Nardi. Grealish. Pushing it forward. Oxlade-Chamberlain, we're on the break. Oxlade, strike, and he bangs it in. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain scores the winning goal in the 90th minute on his debut. What a moment. And Grealish, Mr. Super Sub himself, leading that attack. He could have sorted it over, but he banged that one in himself. He wants the glory, and rightly so. Bangs it past Tim Howard. 2-1. Full time, 2-1 the final score. The Ox's goal being the difference in that one in the final moments. Getting that goal is fantastic. Paul Nardi, that man right there, played outstanding in goal. A lot better than Ruben Blanco. That goal that went in was not the greatest, but he is 70 overall, so he still has a bit to go before he hits his full potential. 2-1 the final score. Let's move back into the transfer window. Alrighty, a few things back. As you can see, press conference, we're not going to go with that, because who cares? Ryan Gold's contract offer was accepted. I'm going to stall on this for a while. James Wilson's offer was accepted, 2-1 plus Collie Woodrow. Not bad, if I'm honest, but he'd probably just be a sporadic first-team player. I'd rather have James Wilson than Collie Woodrow, if I'm honest. And then Nathan Ake, 8.5. One of you said I could get him for around $2 million or $775, but it looks like he's moved on to Real Madrid already, so I can't get him for that cheap. And Veretout is out for 2 weeks, so that's frustrating. At least we have Westwood to bring in, of course, to fill that void. But let's take a look, actually. Who do we have to fill in for him? Because, of course, Tom Carroll got sold, so we can't really use him anymore. Oxlade-Chamberlain, of course. Grealish is not a bad option as well. Westwood. Yeah, we definitely have options. So I'm gonna simulate forward and see if we get anything else back. Of course, we just sent him in James Wilson a contract offer. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, a few things back. First of all, we inquired about Jonathan Tah, another player you guys wanted me to sign. I did look in the comment section of the last video. Of course, I asked you guys to leave questions for the 1,000 subscriber Q&A, but there was also a few other things in there about players I should sign. So I'm going to start from the top. Let me see here. Ake, of course, I can't sign him now that he's too expensive. Tah, we just inquired about 2-1, isn't that bad. Alvarez Balanta, it would be way too expensive for us now that we're in the 3rd season, so I can't sign him. And then the other players, João Plata, we don't really need a striker now that we're probably going to get James Wilson. And he's, of course, plays for my hometown team, Real Salt Lake. Really good player. Moving down. Javier Hernandez, we don't really need a starting striker either at the moment, so we're going to pass on those guys. Jonathan Tah probably being the only one we go in for. Did not mean to go over there. Jonathan Tah 2-1. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. So we'll offer 1-1. I mean, that's not that bad of a deal. 1-1 for him. I would honestly not be too mad if we got him for that. Of course, Hutchinson, his money still hasn't come in, so yeah, not too bad. Tovan 18-5, another player I inquired about because it would just be nice to have him in there with Oxlade-Chamberlain on the right. Redmond's I kind of see more as a backup player, so maybe Ntep on the left, Tovan on the right, Saive up front, Ox at center mid. That would be a stacked lineup. I don't think we're going to be able to afford him, but yeah, we're not going to be able to. So maybe next season or in January if we get a bit of money by selling someone, but I'll simulate forward and see you guys in a second. Players sold. Hutchinson is indeed gone to Aston Villa. 2.7 has been allocated to us. And so I think we're going to try to get Jonathan Tah with that money because now that we lost the center back, we kind of need one to sit on the bench. I mean, we have Palmer Brown, but he's not really Premier League standard as of yet. So we definitely need someone that can just come off the bench from time to time, and I think Tah fits that role. Saint-Maximin would be a great player. Gold and James Wilson, of course, we still have left that we can sign. I think Saint-Maximin would be the one I go for just because we kind of do need a bit of winger depth, if I'm honest. Of course, Grealish can play there, but I like him more centrally, so we kind of need someone there. Gold, although I'd like him, is, I think, a bit more expensive, is he not? I mean, his contract looks a bit bigger, so we'll hold off on them. As you can see, we do have a Europa League game coming up next. Not sure who that is. Is that Elfsborg, I think? I swear, if it's not, I'm going to be very, very upset. And FIFA's being really laggy. I swear I've pressed A at least 10 times. There we go. Finally moves forward. Jeez, FIFA, sort your game out. All right, here we go. Transfer offer for Henri Saive from Sampdoria. 4.5 is not good enough. I'm just gonna reject it. I'm gonna direct all offers to allow future offers because we're not gonna get any significant offers for him at the moment. 2.5 and Patrick Roberts is accepted for Jamal Lascelles. That's perfectly fine. Alrighty, so it looks like we're going for Lascelles instead of Jonathan Tah. Alright, that's fantastic. Thank you, game. Freaking thank you. That seriously pisses me off. Alright. Yeah, sorry, we're not going in for Tah anymore. That's fantastic. Well, we'll wait. I'll simulate for it again. That game against Elfsborg, I seriously hope that's who it is, will be the last game. It was Esber. Okay, so I was wrong. But that will be the last game of the episode. Again, I'm pressing A over and over again. FIFA, come on. EA, come on. Sort your game. One in the office. Stopping simulation. Contract offer accepted for James Wilson. So, whew, we can afford him. We could probably afford 2 of them. Wouldn't be able to afford. We'd probably be able to afford 2 of them and Lascelles, if I'm honest. And I don't think his wages are that bad considering we're sending Woodrow over. So I think I might bring in James Wilson. Gold, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll stall on those until the game ends. And then when it's over, I will see. But I'm going to simulate forward. I'm going to go into the match, show you guys the starting 11s. Let's get to it. Europa League, and here's our starting 11. Leia Seca and Dembele getting a shot here, as well as Westwood coming into the starting 11 with Eric Palmer-Brown and Josh Gatt also coming into the fold. I'm really, intrigued to see what Leia Seca and Dembele can do for us, and it's kind of making me not want to sign James Wilson, knowing that I have both of those strikers that can come off the bench, as well as Berahino, so I think we might, it's kind of swaying me to decline that James Wilson offered, but at the same time, I could probably send a few of them out on loan, and I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'll probably think throughout this game the whole time, but let's kick on. Oh man, and they're ahead in the 23rd minute. Shocking defending on my part, and they're already freaking ahead. They had a man down in the box too. Really annoying. Westwood, that was fool. Westwood. TRayALLDay bangs that one in straight from Ashley Westwood. Oh, I wasn't talking throughout that. I was really focusing to get this goal. Man, they have been playing tough defense, and TRayALLDay banging that one in. 1-1. Well, at halftime, we're bringing on Fofana just to solidify that midfield as well. Pat Roberts is coming in, likely for his last game for us. Nice pass, Westwood. TRayALLDay. Again, the link up between Westwood and TRayALLDay is there. And it's 2-1 in the 84th minute, a much needed goal. It would have sucked to go into the second leg and have them have the advantage with the away goal. And now that's not going to matter because TRayALLDay buried that one. Oh man, what a strike. 2-1. Full time, 2-1 the final score. Very, very timely goal from TRayALLDay. We've had 2 timely goals this episode. That may be what I named the title of the episode. 2 timely goals. One from Oxlade-Chamberlain in the 90th minute versus Everton, and one in the 84th minute for TRayALLDay versus Esbier. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, but yeah, that's very, very timely goals for us. Let's move back into the transfer window. All right, so Jonathan Tah is indeed gone. He actually went to Bayer Leverkusen, so good for him. As well, looks like Ryan Gold got a transfer offer accepted from Udinese for 6.5. That's kind of ridiculous, but I thought a lot about it, and I think we're going to try to sign Lascelles. Pat Roberts, I know a lot of you probably like him and want me to keep him, but he's just not he's just not for me, you know. He doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is, but he's just not for me, and we're bringing in a guy that also has a lot of potential and is also English in Jamal Lascelles, so yeah, that's perfectly fine as well. I thought about it, and considering we do have a lot of strikers, I could send a lot out on loan, and our formation is more of a 3-striker formation. It is right forward, left forward, but they do kind of get forward a lot in that striker role, so I would feel perfectly fine playing James Wilson up at the left forward position or the right forward position. Same with Dembele, TRayALLDay. I played TRayALLDay at left forward in that last game, and he scored a goal, so I honestly would not feel too bad about doing that, so I'm going to bring in James Wilson just because I am really intrigued to use him. Now, that is really dumb because apparently I can still sign Ryan Gold even though I offered Collie Woodrow to him. That makes absolutely no sense because we just got an offer accepted from Manchester United with Collie Woodrow, so well, I'm going to stall because what happened to Saint-Maximin? Alright, it wasn't there in the offers, so I think we're going to bring him in as well, and then sign Lascelles, because Saint-Maximin can play striker as well as left wing, so he's kind of a bit more versatile in that sense with James Wilson, and the other strikers that we have in our team can play left forward, right forward, striker, basically anywhere we need him to. I'd feel comfortable playing him in those 3 positions, so we're going to bring him in. Although I like Ryan Gold, he's I don't know. I don't think he's for me. He's kind of the same thing as, he's kind of the same mold as Pat Roberts, if you catch my drift. He's not really anything but pace. I mean, he's not even the paciest, but he's just not for me. So we got Alan Saint-Maximin as well as James Wilson into the club. We'll also bring in Lascelles when he comes in. His, of course, contract offer we sent him. And yeah, that will be us set for the transfer window, and I'm very happy with those signings. As you can see, hopefully we can get in those deals before the Crystal Palace game, because that will be next episode, and indeed we can. Contract offer accepted, and there we go. We have him set. He's coming into the club. Pat Roberts leaves. That was his last game. Very sad to see him go, but I'm very intrigued to see how well these players are. So, Saint-Maximin, 67 rated, James Wilson, 68 rated, and Lascelles, that is freaking fantastic, 76 rated. We used the money we got from the Hutchinson deal to basically supply that, and he's looking fantastic, so he'll go ahead and go there. We have Liam Moore on the bench as well to come in at times. That is a very, very strong team. I'm very happy with how the team looks so far, and Although Veretout is injured and we would have liked to get a center mid in, I wouldn't feel bad putting Redmond in at a center mid position. Fofana, of course, can play there. Pogba can even play there from time to time. I mean, we have a very versatile team. I mean, he can play center mid, he can play center mid, he can play center mid. I wouldn't even feel bad playing Entep there. So, like, I am pretty set with my squad. I really like it. Hopefully you guys do as well. I try to involve you guys as much as I can, but sometimes the signings just don't pan out because it seems Bayer Leverkusen and other teams like to steal away the signings you guys want me to bring in. So we'll probably try to sell on or loan out at least Donnelly, Williams, Bettinelli, and Dominguez, because those people probably won't play a role in the squad, or at least try to sell them anyway. But it is nice to have a bit of depth from time to time. So Sant-Maximin, James Wilson, and of course Jamal Lascelles coming in to finish out our squad for this transfer window. So if you did enjoy the video, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could leave a like, as well comment any suggestions you have for me to improve my content, maybe improve my side down below. Of course, it would just have to be tactical changes, not changes in personnel, because I don't have any money left. So again, leave any suggestions you have for me down below in the comment section. My name's TRayALLDay. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm out.